We are finally live. To get comfortable. Not very good since we didn't schedule this.
Oh, yes.
I turn the sound down. There you go. We are live though. We don't have anybody in our room, I don't think.
I think. Well, there isn't anybody. Oh, there's
Hi, Cleveland.
Cleveland. Hi.
351 Cleveland. Hi. This is our first live together, so we're excited.
We're trying to figure it out.
We're trying to figure it out. It took me like 2 hours to get here. I had to figured out I had to upload Chrome to our iMac. So now we're here.
Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to set this up, so. How are you doing? We haven't never done a live like this, so this is our first time. I don't know if we should give people a few more minutes.
Yeah, I think it's this right here. I'll show you like who's in, and then they talk to you.
Okay.
Getting ready for the Clemson football game. Did I say that right? Clemson.
Clemson. Yeah.
Hi, Bud Files.
So. In Cleveland. Hey, bud. How you doing? We're doing good. This is our first YouTube live, so we told everybody to shoot some questions. We've done a lot of videos here. We've done, I think, nearly 200 videos. So you know a little bit about us. We raise chickens. We have a large garden, and let's see, this year we did the meat birds very first time. So.
And we did our very first roosters.
Yeah, so we bought a straight run of chickens back in, I want to say April. Was it April? March?
Anyhow,
March. We bought a straight run of chickens, and of the 31 chickens, 12 of them ended up being roosters. And we just culled those last weekend. Yeah, last weekend.
Yeah.
And that was fun. They were 3.5 pounds, so they were 3 to 3.5 pounds a piece. They were really smaller than the Cornish crosses that we did. I really like doing the Cornish crosses. Who do we got now?
A Slim Twiggy.
Nice to have you. Hey there.
Hey, Homestead Aquarius. Hi there. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet everybody. This is our first live together.
First live together.
Took us a while to try to figure things out. We
spent 2 hours trying to get this on the Mac. And it all came down to I didn't have the Chrome on here. What a mess.
You're in Canada. Wow. Where at in Canada? Yeah, it sure is a trial and error.
In Alberta, Canada. Alberta.
Alberta.
Well, nice to have you here.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit about getting to know us. Feel free to shoot over questions. We'll do the best we can to answer those.
Yeah.
And then told my wife, that's the camera up there. So if you want to look at them, you're going to be looking up there, not down here. So, yeah, I'm like, this is all new to us.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm excited to do this.
We're new homesteaders. We're from Michigan.
Yep.
We started like our dream of homesteading like 3 years ago. So.
Yeah, not here though. Before we lived here, we lived in a trailer park with, a plot of land that I could mow in 5 minutes.
Yeah. And they wouldn't let us put anything in the ground.
So, and she's going to be doing a video on that, how we got from there to here.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. But she had started out doing everything in totes or
like
moving
18-gallon and 22-gallon totes. That's what we started growing. I decided I wanted to start growing my own food, and it was like 2020 when I decided this. It was right before the thing happened.
Yeah. The COVID thing. So we had bought this place in 2020, September 2020.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we've been here 3 years.
Mm-hmm. I can't remember the exact date, but
yeah, it was, I think, the second week of September that we moved in. And then, once we got moved in, it was September, so we couldn't do a whole lot. We didn't do any gardening. We didn't do a whole lot with the property.
Homestead Aquarius says, I lived in a few trailer parks as well. Made my escape almost 20 years ago. They're still looking for me.
Yeah, they're still looking for us now.
Yeah.
We were good. We enjoyed living there, don't get me wrong, but we needed to get out where we could get where we could start raising a farm, livestock, namely chickens, growing our own food.
So all of this is all super new to us, like
exactly
raising chickens and meat birds and all that stuff. We are totally new to it.
So that was the first thing we did was the chickens, right?
Yeah, we got chickens as soon as we moved in. I was so excited.
Well, not exactly. It was like,
well, almost.
It was a month later.
Okay, well, that's like almost immediately after moving in.
Yeah, and that was quite the accomplishment because we were building this chicken coop, and then during that process, I had an accident, which involved me stepping on a nail, spraining my ankle.
Yeah.
We can laugh about it now, but I put a board down, laid a board down, it had a nail sticking up through it, and I stepped on it. The board was stuck to my foot.
He's a messy builder.
The board was stuck to my foot. She couldn't get it off. I had to run in, grab my son. He had to come out, pull it off.
Well, he was on the ground. He had a great big old board stuck to his foot, and I tried to get it off, and I couldn't, so I freaked out and ran and got my son. I was like, I can't get it off.
So we eventually ended up getting it finished. We brought in the chickens. We started out with egg layers. We had 12 laying hens and 1 rooster to start, right? Or
yes.
Was it 11 to 1?
I think it was 11 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I called those birds my gangsters because they were Rhode Island Reds, and they were like gangsters. They would run up on me and, bully me. So our first ones was some Rhode Island Reds, and we kind of think that we got, now that we are kind of a little bit experienced with chickens, we're thinking that the guy didn't tell us exactly how old the chickens were when we inquired about them. They were pretty old because they weren't really laying that much anymore. But since then, we got more birds.
Yeah. We've did, you ever heard chicken math? We did the chicken math, and before you know it, at one point we had 54 chickens. Now, 20 of those were meat birds, and we lost a few during that process.
Hi,
of
KY
raising them.
Prepper 5.
So, but we have since processed those birds, put them in the freezer. The roosters from the straight runner in the freezer. So we are down to 24 birds.
Yes.
Yeah, we're down to 24 birds, 3 roosters, 21 hens.
Maybe. We have 2 questionable birds out there that they may or may not be roosters. And I say that they're roosters. He says that they're hens.
So, but we saw a thing on the internet that showed it if you hold the chicken on its backside.
Yeah, they can't see your hand.
No.
Like
If you hold the chicken on its backside and its legs flop out, then it's a male. If it tucks them in, they're a female.
They say that the old time farmers used to do that with chicks. That's how they determined whether or not they were male or female. So
Is that better? I hope that's better. I adjusted the screen. Let's see.
So is there anybody have any questions for us?
Okay, we'll just keep on going.
We'll just keep talking about our story.
Yeah, I mean, and how we got here. I mean, so our first year was about the laying hens. We got those a month after we moved in here. And then the following year, we had to clear the land. And that was a job. We took out trees and bushes and stumps and
a lot of brush.
A lot of work. And then we planted our first garden that same year. And it was nothing like what we have now. I mean, we just planted rows and rows and rows of stuff. We didn't have any irrigation stuff. We didn't even have hoses. I don't know what we were thinking.
I was out there for hours just watering constantly because the garden was so big.
So the garden was almost an acre and a half, our first garden. And she was out trying to water it and weed it.
Yeah, just with the hose.
Yep. Yeah. Before you knew it, it was a jungle that you couldn't even walk through it. She was out there trying to push mow with a push mower between the rows, and the push mower had a broken wheel on it. Remember that?
I know.
That was horrible.
And it only had was it one setting on there?
Yeah.
So you couldn't raise it up.
Yeah, and she had weeds that were taller than her knees.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a difficult year for us. And then last year, we decided to build a garden, and we put fencing around it because the first year we realized we had an issue with animals and deer. Yeah. I had garden rage. The deer, oh my gosh.
We'll start from the beginning. We planted, how much corn do you think we planted altogether?
I don't know, a quarter acre.
Yeah, so about a quarter of an acre of corn we planted. Mostly just me and him planting. That's a lot of corn. And it was, how tall did it get before you ended up having that little episode with him?
It was all 7 feet, 6 feet, 7 feet.
He had went outside, and I was doing something, and he came in the house, and he said that the deer and the raccoons had gotten to a lot of the corn, and then went back outside, and I didn't really think too much about it. And then all of a sudden I hear the mower going, and I go outside, and here he is done mowed half of the corn down. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I had garden rage. I was so upset that the deer and that there wasn't anything left. We'd been out there the week before. We were trying to judge whether we were going to start pulling the ears of corn, um, and then going through rows and rows and rows of corn, and there wasn't any ears left on the stalks. The stalks were bent over. From the groundhogs would bend them over and then steal they would just eat like 2 or 3 bites out of it and then leave it. The deer were even worse because it looked like aliens had landed in our cornfield,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so they were bedding in our corn. And so all the corn was laying down. They were eating the corn. And I was so upset with it that I just got on the lawnmower and I mowed it all down.
Yeah.
She come out, didn't have a clue. She was mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
She's, what are you doing?
Yeah. KY Prepper 5 says it is all a learning process, and all these people that store seeds and think they are going to raise food when things get bad are in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, because gardening's more than just dropping a few seeds in the
Yeah,
ground.
for sure.
Because you got animals, the wildlife out there is going to be relentless. They're all going to be trying to get what you got, and it don't
Mm-hmm.
matter. It's rabbits, it's raccoons, it's it's groundhogs, it's deer, it's birds, it's everything. I mean, it's absolutely nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we the second year we fenced it all, or the second garden year, which was last summer, we fenced it all in. Um, it was a lot of fun.
But that didn't keep out the groundhogs, and
Yeah.
the deer still managed to get back there. And I mean, we've been constantly having issues with the animals. So
So we've raised the fence up. We the groundhogs can still crawl over the fence. I was going to install the electric fence this year. Didn't do that. Next year, that's next year's project. This year was getting irrigation put all the way to the back.
yeah,
That was a big move this year. I mean, last year we didn't have the irrigation back to the potatoes or the sunflowers or the sweet potatoes, and they did absolutely horrible.
yeah. Well, last year they did, yeah, because we couldn't get water out that far. We didn't get hardly any rain at all.
So we took some time this spring and we added in the irrigation, and it's really nice for her because what do you have to do to start watering your front garden? What do you do to start
Oh, I
watering?
just turned the knob. Yeah,
What do you do to turn to do the back garden?
I just turn a different knob. Yeah,
So we split those up. The irrigation was top notch.
definitely
Best
a
thing we
blessing.
did. Right
Definitely.
between that and the fencing, and then we're learning about soil and soil conditions. So for people who are saving seeds that have never planted a garden, good luck because there's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
The raccoons are the only thing that like sweet corn better than me. No, the deer too, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love sweet corn. That's actually my favorite vegetable. So,
Yeah.
and then after that, it's potatoes, and then um, uh, cucumbers, tomatoes.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
I did
well,
plant
I
some
found I
corn.
like I found that I love okra.
Yeah. You find that you like a lot of things that you grow yourself that you don't like from the store, like get buying from the store. That's
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot.
I've never ever had okra before, and she fried some up, and like, oh my god, that was so good.
I didn't. I never liked okra either, and so I grew it. And I didn't. I don't think I ever really cared for kale either. But I don't know. Kale kind of tastes the same in the grocery store to me. I mean, it tastes fresher, of course, but it kind of has the same flavor. but just about everything else that I've grown so far, it has a very unique flavor. Raccoons will climb up and shuck it down, and if not ready, move to next. They will destroy a corn patch in a mile. Yeah,
Oh,
in a
yeah.
short amount of time. Yeah, they
They
sure can.
destroyed ours.
Yep.
I mean, I was upset. I was so mad. I just felt like because it took us, I don't know, it took us 4 or 5 days to plant all that corn,
Yeah, it took us a while.
and
And I had big plans for all that corn. I was gonna can it all up, and you know.
so last year and this year we did not plant corn.
Well, I did. I planted
No,
some
she
this
did.
year.
She did this year, but
But-
it didn't grow.
Well, there's some out there that's about that tall right now. It's about, I think, only like 4 or 5 sprouted out of 72.
Yeah,
I planted 72
I think,
kernels.
yeah, I think he planted them. I think she planted them too late in the year.
Well, yeah, but they still should have sprouted, you know? You would think.
Yeah. Anyhow, a little more about us. So we started out in a trailer park and we moved here, and it's been nice. We're out in the country. Our neighbors are uh, like a long ways away from us. I mean, we got our property line is about 550 feet um, along the roadside. So, but we've only got about almost 3 acres here. And we're trying to do a lot on the 3 acres. This year, we introduced the meat birds, and then in the spring, we're going to introduce pigs.
Yes.
Um,
We're looking for some Tamworth pigs because we've done a little bit of research on
is
them.
it
And
Tamworth?
Tamworths, right?
I don't know. It's a bacon pig. I want a bacon pig.
I thought we decided on Tamworth.
I don't know. What? I can't remember. We'll have to look it back up. I'm thinking bacon pigs. You know, I want lots of bacon. She wants the lard. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to find something that'll accommodate both our wishes.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to introduce goats next year. We're going to start with 2 goats, 1 male and 1 female goat.
Which I kind of wanted to just go, and get like a cow first. But he wants me to. Hi, Rita. He wants me to, see how well I can do with the goats first. So. Hey, Rita. How are you doing?
I started setting dog-proof traps on the perimeter.
And it starts to tassel and chase them before they do any damage. We're doing good, Rita. This is my husband, Matthew.
How you doing? She does most of the work, don't she? Takes care of the garden. She does most of the work taking care of the animals. I'm just here more for the support. I build the infrastructure.
He's the builder.
Yeah, I build the infrastructure. I mean, I do help with the animals once in a while. I definitely help with the butchering.
Mm-hmm. That was an experience in itself. I was really scared first time.
She was too. She
And
was shaking.
yeah, I took care of the birds for a long time, so it was hard. It was hard to try to call them. Probably because I'm attached to chickens, so I love chickens.
Yeah, I like how they taste.
Well, I do too.
So not only do we have the homestead, but I also have a full-time job. I work as an engineer for a company not far from here. And then, so and my work is almost an hour away from here. It's about 40 minutes. So it's quite the drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I work 10-hour days plus my lunch. So I'm gone 11 hours plus the drive time. So I'm gone almost 13 hours a day.
Yeah. So I hold down the fort while he's gone.
She does a good job. She really takes care of the house when I'm not here. What else we got?
Well, one of the reasons why we want to either get goats or a cow is for, well, milk or meat.
Yeah. So she's wanting a cow. I'm not sure we got the property to support it. We're gonna try though. We're gonna start with the goats, the pigs, and then possibly add the cow in. It'll be in not this coming summer, but the summer after. We'll start with goats and pigs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have laying chickens, we'll have meat chickens, we're going to have pigs, goats, and then maybe a cow later.
Yeah. I mean, there has been people that have gotten, like the Jersey cows for what little,
Homestead Aquarius says, hello there,
Rita's
Rita.
Roost. Rita's Roost, yeah.
Yep. I'm glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
That a little bit know about us. We're grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
We got 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 grandchildren.
I lost count.
We got a few grandchildren. All our kids are adults.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bye, Homestead Aquarius. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you.
Much appreciate it.
And then a little bit about us. We've got. I don't know. I like to fish and most and watch movies. I think I'm a Trekkie fan. Star Trek, my favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. Though I'm a Trekkie fan too.
I'm a nerd.
I like Star Trek.
And then I think my second favorite is my second favorite show is Quincy. And then go on down there from that, and then I love Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We got a variety of stuff we like to watch. We definitely like to fish. I used to hunt when I was younger. I don't really hunt now. Kind of lost interest in it. But I do like to fish. I haven't been out in a couple of years, but I'll get out here in the next year or so. It's hard to try to get all the infrastructure built.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So since we've been here, we have a shed that was already on the property that he turned into the chicken coop for us. And how big is the chicken coop?
It's 10 by 16.
So that's the small coop that we have, but we also have the larger coop that he built. It's like a hoop house that he built practically by himself. It's pretty handy.
Yeah. And then and plus we put all the fencing up around the garden. And like I said, the garden's like an acre and a half, so we kind of fenced in most of that. That was a lot of work, and then laying irrigation for all that. That was something else. And then we built our chicken laying boxes, chicken roost,
Mm-hmm.
We built all the shelving downstairs for her to put all her canning stuff on.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen some of those videos, I encourage you to go back and watch them. She's got shelves and shelves and shelves of
Which is
stuff
still
that
like
she's
really
canned.
not a lot, for somebody that cans. You just run out of room really fast. But plus, you built the rabbit hutch, so we're trying to keep in mind that we want to only get animals that serve a purpose
Yep.
on the homestead. We're not too much into wanting pets, as we're just wanting
Yep.
animals that serve a purpose. And the bunnies, for us, we have
Two
some.
purposes.
Yeah, we have the mini lot bunnies, and they're super cute, which they are pets to me. But
They're Jax's rabbits.
yeah, we got them for our grandson, and they're supposed to be his pets. But I use the bunny manure in the garden, and I use it. I basically use it around our trees, stuff like that, to help fertilize. So
Yeah, so every animal on the property has a job. And if it isn't doing the job, then we find another use for that animal. It usually become food. The chickens, when the hens stop laying, we will call them, and then they'll become a stew hen or something.
mm-hmm.
So every animal here has a job. The meat chickens, 8 weeks, they're going to freezer camp. I think that's why we don't get a dog. I mean, we don't. As long as we keep everything fenced in, we don't need a dog. So
I'd like to get a dog, though.
and she wants to get one.
But because we live so close to a main highway, I'd be afraid that it was going to run out and get ran over. So
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, you guys got any recommendations for us? Feel free to shoot us a line. I know our videos are they're getting better. I think, or I hope. I hope.
We're working on it.
We're working on it. We're working on improving a lot of things. The sound, our content.
It's definitely a big learning experience.
Yep. And we want to show everything about homesteading, because homesteading isn't just about a garden. It's not just about animals.
Mm-hmm.
It's about doing the crochet or making the Christmas gifts or how to make brown sugar, or,
Mm-hmm.
some of the stuff that you made it last winter. What was some of the other things you made? The sabs.
Salves. Yeah. Well, I didn't get to finish my salve video because my dad passed away when I was in the middle of making it. So I'll have to return to making a video for that.
KY Pepper, sounds like you're planning well and growing as you can and not trying to do. Oh, you know what? We're trying not to do too much at a time.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah, we've taken on a lot. I mean, a lot so far.
It gets overwhelming sometimes.
Yep.
And I don't know, the last couple months, I've tried to step back from it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it was starting to overwhelm me.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the infrastructure done, work, and
Yeah, it's a lot of work because we had to do everything from,
we had nothing when we came here. We lived in the trailer park, and we came here with nothing.
Yeah.
We didn't
came here
have
with nothing but just hopes and dreams.
no tools, no shovels, no rakes, no nothing. Yep, just us, our clothes, and what little belongings that we had in the trailer into this house. So
But I mean, I'm excited too. I love learning new things, and like right now, I'm learning how to do some sourdough baking, and
oh yeah, you just started that here in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
well, yeah, I've been trying to learn about it, and I've had a lot of I've had a lot of bread for my chickens. Let's just say
A lot of what?
extra bread for the chickens
Oh,
that
yeah.
didn't turn out because yeah.
Now, regular bread, and she just started the sourdough thing. But as far as making regular bread, oh my God, her bread is so good.
Regular bread is like extremely easy to make. Sourdough bread, I'm having an issue with it. I mean, I can make sourdough bread. It's just I want to perfect it, I guess.
As my wife, she can cook. She got skills. Trust me, if her eyes are bigger than my stomach, and oh my God, I could eat all day, and I would like blow up to like 800 pounds, and then I wouldn't be able to get anything done. So, but I don't know. I think we're gonna wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for coming and joining for us, and feel free to shoot us an email. There's a link in YouTube to our email. If you want to shoot us an email, you can do that, or you can comment on the videos. Um, you know,
Oh, I forgot to mention.
oh, you're good.
Yeah, I'm participating in a
Yes.
sourdough. Oh, what is it? Sourdough September, or is it September sourdough? Sourdough September, I think it's called. With Cindy Off Grid. So that'll be challenging. It has been. I've been coming up with all different kinds of recipes for that. And I've checked out a lot of the ladies' channels that are in the collaboration as well, and they've got a lot of nice stuff on there. I actually shouted out Cindy's channel on our community page, and everybody else's that's doing the collab. And it's an open collaboration, so anybody can join. It's
Oh.
my first collaboration that I've ever joined, so it'll be fun.
I've never done one. It's kind of like this. I've never done a YouTube live, so. But feel free to send us any comments, wishes. We'd appreciate it because we're just learning, and we're going to go back, look at this, and see what we could do better.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. God bless, and have a great week. And we look forward to seeing you.
Bye, guys. Have a blessed night.